I want to share a few considerations to think about when deciding if this is a good recipe to make for your loved one with dementia. So this is a sweet potato soup. It's nice and creamy with no chunks or bits, and so it requires really no chewing if that's an issue. It's also a thicker soup, so if your loved one tends to have difficulty with swallowing, this might be a good option for them. And that's because it tends to be easier to swallow thicker liquids than thinner liquids. In fact, in a hospital or rehabilitation center, if somebody tends to cough and choke when they're eating or drinking, they may give them something called thickened liquids. So they might talk about something called nectar thick or honey thick. That's simply thickening the beverages that an individual drinks to help them as they're swallowing. A last consideration is that this is a very nutritious recipe. It's thickened with the sweet potatoes, very nutrient dense. As with the rest of my videos, this is not intended to be medical advice or recommendation. That said, if you're interested in any of the topics that I ever talk about, I would encourage you to bring them up with your care provider. Thanks for watching, and here's the recipe. Slice your sweet potatoes lengthwise. Cover the tops of your sweet potato with olive oil. We're going to be roasting these in a 450-degree oven. You can do that in either a roasting pan or an iron skillet, as I did. I covered with kosher salt, and then I turned them face down in the pan before putting back in the oven. I chopped 1 onion and 2 cloves of garlic. I then sauteed these in a bit of olive oil in a Dutch oven over medium heat. Add 1 tablespoon of butter, oregano, thyme, red pepper flakes. Saute until fragrant. When your sweet potatoes are nearly done, go ahead and turn face up. I reduced my oven to 350 degrees and covered with foil to finish. Next, I added 4 cups of chicken stock to my Dutch oven and simmered that. Once the sweet potatoes were finished and cooled, I added about half to a blender with additional kosher salt and about half of my broth. I added a sprinkle of Parmesan cheese and then blended until smooth. I did this in 2 batches, being careful that neither my broth nor sweet potatoes were too hot. Once the soup is smooth, go ahead and pour back into the Dutch oven and warm through. This makes about 5 servings. And it can be topped with parsley and additional Parmesan cheese. Thanks for watching.